This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past.
Not how that works.
So, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Oh.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
The birds. Oh my god, so a picture of a bird in a bird cage. That's cute. Oh, these are pets. These are... Oh. I see. I'm leaving that area now. Oh no!
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Edie was the painter. Edie and I would have gotten along for sure.
Her room was like a museum.
Odin. So I think Odin was her... Odin was Edie's father.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
Just put a house on a boat, okay, and take it with you. Didn't know that was a thing.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Ugh. Okay then.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Orcas Island, actual place.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery.
Is that a sculpture of him going down with the house? We couldn't, okay. Okay.
His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Oh, so they built it. Wow.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
The birdies on the door for Sven and Edie. Stop. I'm gonna cry. And look, they wrote on in the room 1937. Wait. Oh no, that's the year that Daddy-O died.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go.
A little
For a
forest
few
fire.
weeks, she was a celebrity. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time. Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Why? It's so fun. I feel like that's some shit I would do as an old lady. Be like, yeah, there's totally a mole man living under my creepy old house.
Even in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother. The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom.
And it sure is pink.
It was a pretty big trace.
Yep. Wine bottles in the bathroom trash. Come on, baby. The frog. Oh, shit. And another sealed door. Oh. There's a secret in this bathroom.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Goosebumps again. I love this. I love this house. I love this video game.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
There goes Milton. More bottles. I can see, I think maybe what happened to one of these, the members of the Finch family. The room that's like half memorial. There's so much detail in this. Like, I feel like I could play this 100 times and probably still find something new each time. It's so detailed.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
1961, that calendar is.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Wonder where she learned that from. I was 11.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Not this. Not the swing.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Same, bro.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Shit.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
So yeah, all of the memorials are what happened to them. So
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
that one was obviously very clear. There was an accident on the swing, and the swing was right by the cliff. So, but yeah, Molly's is much more unclear.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
I wouldn't either. It's a fucking memorial to your kid brother who passed away. Can't believe they didn't change literally anything about it. That's actual insanity. I love that it's books.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
I don't know, we still got some wine hiding in here.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Oh, all of the playbills. Whoa. It's a lot.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Oh. Her birthday? No. Again, all this food left out. It'd be nasty in there. It'd be nasty in that house. Here we go. Here's Barbara. And that's right. Our lovely Barbara was 16 years old when she met her fate.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The surprise ending of Barbara Finch.
Sounds lovely.
As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter.
Okay.
Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
Oh,
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
this fucking director guy I don't
Because
like.
my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a
Oh,
key hidden in
Sven
the
who
music
did all that,
box.
huh?
The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe.
Cool.
I'll be back in a sec.
Don't know why that would have been in the comic, but
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him.
she did for 20
right
minutes?
on cue.
5 max.
She reached for the music box.
Oh, mine. Me. Cue for me.
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Oh, what is that music?
She
should be able to
found
play that?
Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
The literal, like, Halloween thriller music. Am I gonna get copywritten for this? Smack the shit out
The
of that.
gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
The hell? I would too, really pop. I would too.
Rick?
That's right.
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
I'm pissed.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
Yeah, that director guy.
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show.
Should him hobble home with one crutch.
Hours later,
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Walter might already be dead. Cute skating outfit, for sure.
Walter, are you there?
This room is so empty.
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Uh-oh.
Barbara turned, saw the hookman, and was speechless. He was quite smashing.
Smashing.
And here he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara. There's gotta be another way out of here.
Over here.
That night, she played her part beautifully. She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it.
Alright, we gotta go get Walter then. Fine.
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
Oh, gotta go smack the shit out of him.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Ooh, he's messed up. We're going downstairs? Bad call. Could you move faster? Please? Of course he's not there.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
What is it, trick-or-treaters?
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
I think Barbara's gone crazy.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come.
I would be so pissed.
Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her.
Ooh, dark.
Ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
No. Didn't like that. Didn't like the ending of that. Oh, and then there's an ear on the back. Messed up.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
She was finally remembered. Woo. Dark. Okay. Let's get the fuck out of here. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Oh my god. No, literally, how do I get out? Okay, here we go.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
So there was an ear in there once upon a time. Okay, so to the music box we go, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I would leave the house at some point. Like, you just... I feel like... So, it's obvious that her mom didn't tell her, like, what's going on with the family or anything like that. So, she doesn't know all of these stories. Although, that one right there, that would have been in the news. Like, old child star gets murdered in her family home on Halloween night. Yeah, that's... We had heard about that one. This is what Dad was keeping us away from? The scary, unfinished basement? Where we do laundry?
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
How many tetanus shots is this chick getting?
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
Oh.
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
I thought there was no power in this place. Can't see nothing. This way.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone.
You kept him in the basement? You kept Walter in the basement.
She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as
The
he
basement was as far away as he could get. Literally like a bunker. Like,
could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
uh-oh, here we go. Oh, Walter, look how old he is. 2005. Oh my goodness. Oh, look, yeah, the calendar there. Cross some updates. Okay, all right. Oh, let's get into it. Let's see what happened to Walter. Let's see what horrific thing happened to Walter. This can opener. With cans.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
Hey.
But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane.
I don't know that you're sane if you're living in a bunker.
Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow.
26.
But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
Just eating pages.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
So Edie would carry boxes down to Walter.
And then one day, everything just stopped.
His old hand.
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years.
No peaches today?
I'm done waiting. I have to leave. Well, I still can.
She's so creepy.
I know it's out there, somewhere.
Genuinely disturbing.
Whatever killed Barbara
Oh, is that why he's afraid? That's why he's been hiding?
and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially
Besides
the food.
peaches, yeah.
I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
That is so messed up.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Are you kidding me? He got hit by a train the one time he decides to leave the hole that he lives in.
I'm sure my mom was trying to
No,
protect
your mom
me.
had issues just like everybody else in her fucking family. Sorry to be the one to tell you this.